Okay. I want you to explain this to me one more time. Alright, Doc. So I'm a YouTuber. I make videos about anything really. But as of late, I've hit a roadblock with this new video. Right, the one about your favorite anime or something like that. The exact one. But it's just been so boring to make. Right, so why don't you just make a video about something else? Listen, talking about anime isn't a bad idea. The execution is where I fall short. That's why I'm paying you the big bucks telling me to figure out a way to make it entertaining. Listen, Alex, I'm a therapist. I don't have the skills you have when it comes to making content, but this is what we can do. How about you give me the list and we can talk about it. Maybe that'll give you some ideas for the new video. Alright, sure. You don't mind if I spoil anything, do you? Not at all, not at all. Alright, so I already have a question. Why do you have a number 0 spot? So number 0 is reserved for a show that is so influential to anime, I thought it deserved its own category. I'm not saying that it's my favorite, but that it's important. I think I have Evangelion for the number 0 spot. Alright, so just to clarify, it's important to the genre, and you like it, but it's not your favorite. Not my favorite. Alright, fair enough. So number 20 is Other Side Picnic. Solid show. Anything else you want to add? Maybe some adjectives about how the show made you feel? Nope. Like I said, hard video to make. Okay. Sold. That's a good one. Have you seen Sword Art Online by chance? I don't watch too much anime, unfortunately. Okay, have you seen Tron? I know the general premise. Alright, so imagine Tron, but worse, and instead of motorcycles and frisbees, it's swords. Okay, but you said Sword Art Online is bad. It is, but a Cell World is like Sword Art Online, except it's actually pretty good, and instead of swords, they got like avatars that they can control and fight with. Fair? Akame ga Kill. Banger. Kiznaiver. Emotional banger. Gurren Lagann. Heartfelt banger. Konosuba. Comedic banger. A Certain Scientific Rogan. Electrifying banger. What do you think of this shirt? Not a banger. Makes you look too uptight. You know I'm just trying to help you, right? And I'm just trying to help you! Who knows, you might meet your future wife tomorrow, and I want to see you go out there down bad just because you want to impress somebody. Burn this shirt, please. You know what, I'ma just head out. Alright, my bad. Thank you. Number 13 is ReZero. My boy Puck. Oh yeah, I love that show. Very good show. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Do you watch basketball by chance, Doc? Yes, I do. You remember when Braun came back from a 3-1 lead to beat Golden State in the finals? 2016, that was a great year. Right, so this is similar to that comeback. It starts off good with season 1, then season 2 came with arguably one of the worst arcs in anime history. It was that bad? Yep. So how'd they come back? They do what legends do best. They perform.
If Haruhi's ultra-sharp ears could hear you, you'd be as good as...
James! The God Almighty! They killed him!
The movie was probably one of the greatest pieces of media I've ever seen in my life. I still don't recommend this show to everyone, but in my opinion, it's an amazing anime. Sounds promising. Seraph of the End. Okay, now you're not even speaking English. No words in the English language could convey how good this show is. Number 10, One Direct Priority. An incredible show whose ending was unfortunately rushed. Tokyo Ghoul. I cried the first episode. Very good anime. Naruto. Classic. Cowboy Bebop. In my opinion, the best soundtrack of all time for an anime, and arguably the best movie of all time for an anime. Cannot go wrong with that show. Kill the Kill. If there's any show on this list that I could rewatch for the first time, it'd be that show. I really enjoyed it. Rascal. Top 5 and it's not 5. I know. That's why you have it at number 4. No. I don't think you understand. It's top 5 and it's not 5. Okay, as long as it makes sense in your head. Number 3 is Dragon Ball. Team Gohan, best Gohan. And I'm just gonna pretend like I know who that is. Number 2 is the Monogatari series. That show is number 2 for me because of how consistent it is. How so? The show as a whole is great. The plot, character development, background music, quality of animation, etc. Some people don't like it because it's dialogue heavy, but for me, that's right up my alley. Alright, and at number 1, My Maid Dragon. The titles of these things, man, I swear. That show is super important to me. Do you mind if I backtrack a little bit? It's your session, Alex. Do whatever is most comfortable for you. Thanks, I appreciate it. So, when I was in high school, I really wanted to do what I'm doing now, which is make YouTube videos. But along the way, I realized that's not something I wanted to do as a job. So I was looking for something else to do as a career. I was very lost and confused at this time. This was also the same time I started watching Maid. And how did that make you feel, Alex? It made me feel like I wasn't alone. The main character in the show has the same career that I eventually chose, which was computer science, so that's already a great start. But at the beginning of the show, she doesn't really have any deep relationships. But as the show continues, she ends up essentially having a family. That detail is not that important, but it's how she gained that family in the first place that's important. And how was that? Just being her normal self. Granted, her normal self was getting lost after hitting the bar and finding a fire-breathing dragon in the middle of the forest, but I don't judge. Nonetheless, she didn't change anything about herself. The friendship she developed happened naturally, and that's another lesson I took from the show. Get drunk and you'll find friends? No! Be yourself. She didn't do anything special. She always went drinking after work, and it just so happened she met her best friend doing that. I try to remind myself this often. It's hard to be yourself sometimes, but if you express yourself in a way that you feel is right, the right people will come in time. The other thing is how good the communication is between the characters. You don't have to yell or be a jerk to get your point across. You can just be a good person and things will work out. I could go on, but to sum it up, this show helped me when I was in a lost place, and I go back to visit it frequently to remind myself that the world can actually be a beautiful place to live in. I wasn't expecting that answer from you. That was a pleasant surprise. Thanks, Doc. It means a lot. You know what? Oh, did you think of an idea for the video? Nah, I got nothing.